Hello, everyone, and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everyone.
We are back with part 4 of Super Mario World.
Yes.
Our Super Mario World Let's Play.
Yes. Will work on the microphone. I only see myself as a little smaller blip than my buddy.
Yes, that is true.
Yep.
I
think the mic likes you more.
You can raise that part up a little
Okay.
bit.
How's this?
Yeah. I think that's a little bit better.
Okay. Where am I again? Where is that?
That was you.
Still too small.
Sorry.
Okay, so
we'll figure it out at some point.
Yeah. So, as promised, we now know how I've saved the game, and we're going into the third version.
Yeah. And just make sure you're comfortable too. I mean, I guess we'll experiment a little bit. Maybe we could put the stand up on something to make it a little higher, but we got to make sure we could still hear me as well.
Correct.
Because I know one time we had a setup where I was difficult to hear, so the struggles of sharing one mic, I tell you. But
yes.
I know when we tried to plug in those mics from the podcast kit you got, it didn't work at all.
Yeah,
so,
that thing did not work at all.
I'm thinking that thing was just a cheap thing, though. You know, no offense to whoever bought it, but that's what happens when you buy it from, was it TJ Maxx?
Yeah, we really want to get rid of these box.
The little clearance section of TJ Maxx. Yeah.
Clearance. Along with the pit alignments. That guy's lost his cool.
Yeah, Baby Yoda stole his thunder.
That he did.
He became a glorified babysitter.
Yes.
I never understood the let's make it baby trope.
Yes. Now I know what that species looks at 50 years old.
Yeah. Apparently.
Yeah, they look like babies. Like a few month old babies.
What do they actually look like when they're a few months old?
I do not know.
Yeah.
Do they even get born when they're a few months old?
Right. Are they still in the womb or in the egg or however they're born?
This was turning out better than I thought, but yay! This boss is harder, but indeed I wonder myself. So good. This boss was impossible for me when I was a small child.
Well, you've had lots of practice, so.
I have had a lot of practice.
Yep. I think the voices are a little more even-ish.
Good. Mario has triumphed over Ludwig von Koopa, Castle number 3. Mario's quest became much more difficult, and he found the red and green switches yet.
I think so.
Yep, we've also found the yellow switches.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry about the noise of the heater.
Yes.
Again, I'm hoping when they actually finish the job that it will actually be quieter, but they haven't fixed that gap in the door yet, so I don't know.
Cheese Bridge. World 4 is short and strange. No! Dookie!
Like, that's what you get for trying to cheat your way through. It doesn't work so nicely, does it? No, I'm teasing you.
I see.
I'm pretending to be like one of the programmers getting all annoyed. I didn't make all these obstacles so you could just fly over them.
Yes, Miyamoto-san is smiling at my failure.
No. See what happens when you don't play the way you're supposed to?
Yes.
But it's hard when you play the way you're supposed to.
Think how I'm supposed to do like this.
Yep. Jumping all around, jumping on the ground.
Jumping all around, jumping all around.
Avoiding the saws.
Yep. Getting these dragon coins. Yep. Get the one up with the dragon coins. Triple one right there.
Hey.
Yep. And I failed to... Well, I can get that without. Oh yeah!
Yeah, if we had Yoshi, we could.
Yeah. I think for a special part of the level.
Yes.
I think I can down there. Yes. Whoa! I haven't seen them since World 3.
Yes, I do have a lot of nostalgia for this game. For sure.
Yes.
My first Super Nintendo game.
Awesome. Great choice.
Donkey Kong Country was also one of my firsts.
Oh, cool.
You know, Game Grumps is playing Donkey Kong Country on their channel now, and I can be like, we did it first.
Yeah!
Although, technically, no, we didn't, because I think he actually played, back in the JonTron days, he played with JonTron. So, actually, no, never mind, they still did it first. They're just doing it again, this time with Dan.
I see.
Yeah, so, never mind, forget I said that.
I will.
Because after I said that, my brain went, and I'm like, oh no.
Well, when it comes to that show, one of my famous favorite memories that I still remember to this day was playing Nickelodeon Gus.
Right.
The real game that kills friendships.
Right. Well, it's because he thought Aaron was on purpose not describing how to play it. And he's like, what if I explain it? It'll help you cheat. And he's like, how is explaining to me how to play the game cheating?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Cookie Mountain.
Yeah, so he was literally getting angry, and he's like, are you seriously angry at me right now? I'm like, yes.
What's wrong? He should have known better.
Yeah. The friendship that we still don't know 100% how it ended.
Indeed.
Just the endless speculation. Yeah. Because as far as I know, none of them formally came out and said, this is what happened. Probably because it was complicated. There probably wasn't one thing.
Right. Rarely is.
Yes.
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I need some water.
Yes. You sound like you do.
Yes. Pardon?
Yeah, no big deal, just the time limit on the game.
Right. You're right, I'm down to 170 seconds.
But it's fine, you didn't take that. Wasn't like you had to walk away from the screen to get your water.
Oh, no.
And then you forget to pause, and then I have to be like, let me pause that for you.
Ooh, what's this? Oh, one of these.
Hmm.
Trying to get that feather. One-ups. Another one-up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fire
sumo.
Yeah.
You can tell, ladies and gents, that Kevin and I watched a lot of Mario Ball cartoon.
Yeah, and well, a lot of that YouTube poop.
Yep. The only Mama Luigi poop. Was it?
Yeah. Until it was remade a billion times.
Yes. Oh, wow, I can go past the...
There's really not much there, but yeah.
Right. There we go. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Now I know that was the cheese bridge, and I'm at the fourth castle already. I'll go on that top bridge.
Sure.
Alright. Alright. I always wonder how they came up with the names of some of these locations.
I don't know. I'm like, what is this? A Kirby game?
Yeah, I know it is. Hello down, cookie bridge. Ah, butter bridge. This one.
Exactly what I said. Is this a Kirby game?
It feels it.
With the naming.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Fudge! Doo-doo. Does feel like a Kirby game.
We were not lined up.
No, we were not. We absolutely were not lined up. That's not all the everybody.
Yes, I know. Sadness.
Mm-hmm. Video game physics.
Yep. What a lot of the older games relied heavily on.
Yep.
The newer games do too, to an extent, but the older games very heavily relied on the physics. What? No.
No.
That was weird.
I got hurt and then fell to my knees.
Yeah.
Butter bridge.
It's slippery, alright.
It is.
Is that why it's called the Butter Bridge?
I suppose so.
It doesn't look much like butter.
It doesn't. It barely looks like a bridge.
Yeah. Just a bunch of mushroom-shaped platforms.
Yep.
Oh boy. Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's had to take physics for... Wait.
Yeah, I hated it.
Ah.
There were at least parts of it that were a little more... I don't like science combining math. Because I hate math.
Uh-huh.
And all of the examples were like sports examples, and I don't like sports.
Yeah, I don't blame you for not liking math.
So I was like, yeah.
Afraid that one's gonna have to not get going.
Like, I don't care about how fast a football moves or the trajectory or the whatever. I don't care. And I was alright with, like, using runner examples for speed and velocity and stuff, but almost all of the examples were sports, and I'm like, we do other things when we move, not just
Scientifically, we use
sports.
physics for a lot of things,
Yeah.
not just with
Yeah.
American rules football.
But it felt like all of the examples had to do with some kind of sport. Like kinetic energy, that could be anything, but they always made it sports stuff. I don't know if this was just in our class specifically because we happened to be in schools that are sport obsessed, but
Yes, and a state that is equally
yeah,
sports obsessed.
but I feel like our country is.
Yeah, the USA is. Much in my opinion.
Because it's yet another thing that we can be like, oh, we're the best about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just brings back memories of the Olympics, and then after reading the medal count of countries' medal results in the Olympics, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Team USA is not really a underdog.
Not at all. In fact, that's why I don't watch the Olympics. I kind of got tired of seeing our teams win. Yes, I know. I'm not a big sports fan. I'm a big international person, so I always wanted the other countries to do well.
Understandable. I do too, because it makes it less boring and more exciting when
Yeah.
there's a real chance that a nation you didn't think about makes it to the top.
And of course, since we are in our country, the coverage is always mostly focused on our country. Even though they will highlight the other countries too, but not as much. There's always kind of this laser focus on our country.
Yeah.
And like the other ones that are doing super well.
Yeah.
That kind of.
Usually the host country, Russia, China, and I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Lately it's been Olympic athletes from Russia, so.
Right.
Because I think the Russian Federation is still in the doghouse.
Right.
And we're back in Ludwig Castle.
Alright.
There are two castles in one go.
Yep. Oh, I know, this goes much smoother than our other games. But that's because you're really good at Mario games.
That is true, actually.
Because you've played them a billion times.
Yep. I have played the Mario games a lot. I like to think, hanging out with you, I've gotten better at the Sonic games.
I think so. Yeah.
I agree so.
I'm not, like, super good at the Sonic games. I'm good at the Dreamcast games, but not the Genesis games.
That's alright. I think the Genesis games are cool, honestly.
Yes, I love them. They're my favorite.
And especially the Dreamcast. Storytelling is awesome as well.
Yes.
I love how they fleshed out Sonic's world.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. That's why, that is one of the biggest reasons why how Sonic fans behaved a decade ago actually shocked me.
Yeah, and, they couldn't brainwash me. I was there. I was on the internet when Sonic Adventure was new. So I knew, and also I had my fair share of gaming magazines. I didn't really have a subscription back then, but anyway, my point is I knew it was well received at the time, and that it was popular among the Sonic fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there were... See, here's the tragic thing. When Sonic Adventure came out, there were still some of those classic-only fans, but they were a much smaller group. I would say they were the minority at the time. At least from what I could see.
Yeah.
It was more like I could count them on one hand situation. So... But then, Sonic makes one too many missteps, I guess because of Sonic 06. I don't know if it was Sonic 06 or if it was after Sonic 06, but at some point in the 2010s, everybody was like, actually, Sonic Adventure sucks too. I mean, they went back and they're like, oh, look at those graphics. And I'm like, shut up. The graphics were extremely impressive at the time.
Ludwig von Koopa's days of composing Koopa symphonies in the castle number 4 are over. The forest of illusion lies ahead. Mario must use his brain to solve the puzzles of this perplexing forest.
Oh no, I'm not using the brain.
So yeah, I had to raise my eyebrow, the rock style, because really, the graphics on the Dreamcast were bad. They were some of the best I had seen.
Yeah, so I felt like they were being extremely unfair and judging it by the standards of 2010, and then just so volatile and not volatile, what am I trying to say? Inconsistent.
Yeah.
Because Sonic Generations and Sonic Colors came out a year later. And then all of a sudden, Sonic games are good again. And now we're gonna go back and praise Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2. It's like... Which, by the way, nobody ever hated on 2. That's why I knew they were biased AF.
Mm-hmm.
Because 2 never got thrown in as actually that one was a bad game. And I'm like, of course you're not going to criticize Adventure 2 because Shadow shows up.
They like Shadow.
Yeah. Yeah.
They make a fuss about him having a gun.
Yeah, in the Shadow the Hedgehog game, yeah. It was mostly, I want to say mostly the journalists who started it. Electronic Gaming Monthly, I'm pretty sure, was one of the major magazines that, were like, what? Why does Shadow have a gun? And yeah, people on the internet were kind of like, oh wow, how edgy, and that's so cringe, because this was around the time where being emo and goth were considered cringe. Yeah.
Emo? Cringe?
Yeah, that's when that was starting, I feel like. In some circles. So, Shadow having a gun kind of played into that, and the story, they felt like the story was edgy just for edgy's sake, I guess. I don't know. I know the story was messy. I didn't care about the edginess. I thought it was cool.
Same.
I'm not...
And I felt that was to the point of Shadow's character.
Yes. The point very much was that Shadow is not Sonic.
Yeah. If you wanted Sonic, you would have had another adventure with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
I found Ghost House. This one's a hard one, I think.
And I liked the idea of choosing what side Shadow was on. My only criticism with the Shadow the Hedgehog game, ironically, is the fact that when you unlock all the, when you do all the endings, unlock all the endings, you get the quote-unquote real ending. That was my only beef. My beef was like, oh, I see, so you have one canon ending, and that's the one we're going with. So I kind of felt like at the time, I'm like, I didn't really get to make the decision at all in that case.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're going with, he's a hero anyway. So, sorry, spoilers for whatever.
Not so much of a choice.
Whatever small percentage of you didn't play that or cared. Yeah, I spoiled it. And yeah, a lot of the stuff. But honestly, I kind of felt like, yeah, the story was very messy, but it was still fun. It was still a fun game to play. And honestly, I feel like a lot of what made it messy was the fact, kind of the fault of us fans. Again, this is my opinion. I do feel like, honestly, at the end of Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow was supposed to have died. And I feel like they were, in Sonic Heroes, I feel like they were flirting with the idea of this new Shadow, because, you know, everybody made a big fuss about Shadow dying, and because everybody was a big fan of him. So I feel like they were flirting with having the Shadow be a clone of the original Shadow. They were kind of heavily hinting at that, and even kind of hinted at it in the Shadow the Hedgehog game. But they were heavily hinting at it in Sonic Heroes. But then they backpedal hard in the real ending of Shadow the Hedgehog, apparently. And we find out he's the real one, the original one from Sonic Adventure 2. And again, spoiler warning, that he was somehow saved by one of Eggman's robots. Oh no, it's Eggman's robots. But yeah. And I haven't actually seen the real ending. This is going on what I have been told by someone in the fandom. So I'm like, oh great. So yeah, I feel like a lot of that messy story stuff is because they saw how upset the fans were. I honestly do think Shadow was supposed to be a one-off. That he was kind of supposed to be similar to E102 Gamma.
Poor E102 Gamma.
Yeah. And I do love Shadow. I like seeing him in the games. But I do feel like from a story perspective, it just makes the story more meaningful for him to have died. And me, even at the time, I thought, well, he would get to be with Maria and he'd be happy. He felt like he had served his purpose and, you know, kept his promise. Yeah. So I felt like it kind of, and I'm like, well, for that original Shadow to still be alive now, he's not with Maria again. And in fact, they gave him amnesia, which I'm like, well, that's just more unnecessary suffering for him. And honestly, if they went with the whole he's a clone thing and that was the canon thing, I would be okay with that too, because he's not. I mean, yeah, you can get technical and be like, yeah, he's not the original Shadow, but it's like, if he has the memories of the original Shadow, he actually is the original Shadow in a lot of respects, so it really wouldn't make much of a difference. It just narratively would feel better to me. Anyway, you know, if you absolutely have to have Shadow in the games, and I enjoy having Shadow around, that makes the most sense to me. And I think that's what they were trying to do. But they had to like backpedal again because I think they were feeling like the fans would not be satisfied.
Ah, the moon. The 3-up.
Nice. Alright, so I guess we'll stop here for now because we're at the 30-minute mark. I know I talked about Sonic during the Mario thing. I apologize. But honestly, the story of Sonic is just a lot more interesting. No offense, Mario. Ooh, alright. Very cool. Alright, so we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.